Okay, so let's dive right into this. We're going to explore this really powerful link between your internal energy, your emotions, and, believe it or not, the quality of your decisions. Understanding this connection is, well, it's a total game changer.
So let's kick things off with a feeling I think we can all relate to. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, right? You're tracking your macros, you're hitting the gym, you're trying to get those 8 hours of sleep. You're following the health playbook to the letter, but you still feel drained, maybe a little reactive, just off. Sound familiar? Well, what if the problem isn't another habit we need to track? What if the missing piece is the very resource we need to do all those things effectively? Our personal energy. This idea suggests that maybe the new frontier of peak performance isn't about managing your time, but about mastering your energy.
So, why do we do it? Why do we snap at a colleague or put off that big project when we absolutely know better? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's not about a lack of willpower or some kind of character flaw. It's just pure biology.
Okay, this is so fascinating. Just think of your body as having a gas pedal and a brake. The sympathetic system, that's your gas pedal. It's your fight or flight response, flooding you with cortisol and adrenaline for immediate action. The parasympathetic system, on the other hand, is your brake. It's what allows for rest, recovery, and that clear, strategic thinking we're all after.
So, here's what happens. When we're running on empty, from stress, not enough sleep, or just emotional strain, our body basically slams that gas pedal to the floor. We get stuck in fight or flight, and our higher level brain functions, they pretty much go offline. We are biologically wired to make bad, short-sighted decisions in that state.
And this biological reality, it leads to something that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has experienced firsthand, even if we didn't have a name for it at the time.
You know that feeling, right, when your emotions just completely take the wheel and you say or do something you wish you could take back? Well, that's not just you losing your cool. It's a real thing in neuroscience called an amygdala hijack. It's when our emotional brain literally takes over our rational brain. So, here's what's actually happening under the hood. When stress is high and your energy is low, this tiny alarm system in your brain, the amygdala, just takes control. It completely bypasses the prefrontal cortex, that's the logical, rational part of your brain, and makes you reactive instead of responsive.
And this directly impacts our emotional intelligence, our EQ. I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? Our ability to manage our feelings, to show empathy, to make good judgments, it just plummets when our energy tank is on empty. It makes us way more vulnerable to these emotional hijacks. Now, ignoring this whole internal energy balance, it's not a small thing. It has real, serious consequences that create ripples through every single part of our lives. And this just lays it out so clearly. At work, it looks like burnout, procrastination, making silly mistakes. In our relationships, it shows up as impatience, not really listening, and just wanting to withdraw. And for our health, we're talking a weakened immune system and a vicious cycle of poor choices that just drain us even more. Okay, so that's the problem. But here's the really good news. This is not a life sentence. Managing your energy is a skill. It's something you can learn. So let's get practical and look at a 3-step strategy to do just that. First things first, you have to know where you stand. You can't manage what you don't measure, right? So the first step is to become a kind of detective of your own energy. The suggestion is to pay really close attention for just 1 week to figure out what gives you energy and what takes it away. So what you're doing is creating a personal energy map. You'll identify your chargers, things like taking a walk in nature or connecting with a good friend. And you'll identify your drainers, things like multitasking or doom scrolling through the news. The goal is simple. Start consciously building more chargers into your day to balance out the drains. All right, next up, and this one is a biggie. You have to get intentional about recovery. There's this fantastic point that high performers don't just work hard, they recover hard. Recovery isn't a luxury you earn, it's a strategic necessity for success. And we've got 2 incredibly simple but powerful methods here. First, the 90-minute rule. After about 90 minutes of focused work, take a short, non-digital break, just 5 or 10 minutes to reset. Second, use a technique called physiological sighing. It's a deep inhale, a second little sip of air at the top, and then a long, slow exhale. It instantly tells your brain that you're safe. And finally, let's rethink our relationship with food. This isn't just about feeling full. It's about strategically fueling your brain for cognitive and emotional performance. So, what we're talking about is focusing on things like lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbs. These give you a steady, reliable supply of energy. This helps you avoid those nasty blood sugar spikes and crashes from processed foods that can actually mimic anxiety and cause serious brain fog. And this quote just brings it all home, doesn't it? Managing your energy is the bridge between knowing what you should do and actually having the physical and emotional capacity to do it. It's the foundation for literally everything else. So, the final thought I want to leave you with is this. Are you letting your depleted state dictate your actions, forcing you to just react to whatever life throws at you? Or are you taking control of your energy so you can step into the driver's seat and intentionally create the life you truly want? The choice and the power is all yours.